Hello, I'm Brian Downs. This is a Republic, if you can keep it. It's about 10:45 in the morning, and I'm going to be returning to the subject of Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Signal. So, as you're aware, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth accidentally emailed a journalist at The Atlantic plans for an airstrike against the Houthi extremists in the Arabian Peninsula. This happened because Pete Hegseth, who is a joke, who was grotesquely unqualified for the job of Secretary of Defense, but got the position anyway because he's a MAGA loyalist. This was a slap in the face to I don't know how many dedicated public servants who have spent a decade or more as a general, as an admiral, as someone who might have the slightest idea what they're doing, but who were passed over in favor of Mr. Hegseth, who's most famous, at least in part, for his problem with alcohol. Mr. Hegseth and his little gang of rascals were using Signal, an app from the App Store. Absurdly unsecure. You don't know who's reading it or who can read it. It's not maintained by American personnel. It's maintained by a handful of computer nerds who assure you that everything's fine. They don't work for you. They don't get a paycheck from you. They could be foreign actors. You have no idea. But the point I'm trying to make right now is that Signal is designed to keep no records. You can have vanishing messages in Signal, so no records are kept. Secretary of Defense Hegseth planned and executed an airstrike, an operation that spread human beings like raspberry jam across hundreds of meters of territory. And he did it with a system designed to eliminate the evidence. Government employees, government personnel are required to keep records of what they do, how they communicate with one another, so that those records may be examined in the future if it turns out to be necessary to determine if a crime has been committed, for example. Our government, the Trump Cabal, Camp Run Amok, the Clown Shoes Parade, won't do that. This is in and of itself a crime. They are hiding the workings of the government from us, the people. They are deliberately behaving in a way pioneered by cocaine cartels and terrorist cells who use encrypted messaging apps to conceal their crimes. Secretary of Defense Hegseth wants there to be no record of who he spoke to or what he said to them, to cause hundreds of pounds of guided missiles to be fired at the targets he chose, or the targets he was instructed to choose. This is outrageous. Donald Trump, of course, has committed a number of crimes since he took office in January of 2025, and a number of illegal orders. He ought to be impeached immediately, and Pete Hegseth should be dismissed.